with heisreal.com, and today I want to talk a little bit about, this is one of my personal favorite subjects, I guess. It's about a personal journal. A journal that, yes, that you write your thoughts and feelings and what that means and those kinds of things. And for me, the reason it has such a good, I don't know, I guess only because of your thoughts and feelings, and it just means so much to me. And as I was writing out these blog series, I realized a lot about myself. I made a lot of personal discoveries through this entire situation, and that is that, you know, I am an affirmation person, but I do, you know, touch on my thoughts and feelings a lot, more than I even realized or even wanted to acknowledge. Well, I have what's called a personal journal, and when I was in writing school, this was one of the things that was suggested. So I'm going to kind of read to you what an actual personal journal means. Okay, obviously, just what it sounds like. The personal journal is a place to record interesting experiences, things that you that you have observed that set you thinking. You know. And while you may wish to include detailed descriptions of your personal journal, it is important to write about your reactions, feelings, responses, and ideas. Okay? Now, I had talked about this before, but I'm going to touch a little bit more on this. One of the things that I had written in my personal journal that I never really explored as an idea, but that gave me some real clarity on thoughts and feelings was, it was a little over 10 years ago. I was sitting in a park. I was lunch. I used to work in a beautiful downtown area of where I'm from. I was sitting in this beautiful park, and I saw this young girl. I say young girl, she was in her young 20s, and I was nearly 30 by the time I had my first child. But yes, and I guess now you know how old I am. But anyway, I just remember seeing the delight on her face. So she had a little 3-year-old, he had to be about 3, little boy. And he was running around, and he was doing all these things, and she was playing with him, and she was chasing him, and she was hugging him, and she was kissing him. She had a picnic with him, and I'm sitting on a bench, and I'm near them, and I'm watching this, because the thing that several things kind of excited me here. Number one, she had a little boy, and for some reason I just had this great desire to have a little boy. Well, I have two wonderful little boys, and I just remember thinking, God, you know it's time for me to have a child. You know, I was 28 at the time, and I knew, you know, it was time for this to happen, and I really would like a little boy. I want that experience that she's having right now, and which I have. But as you know, as she was doing this, you know, she was having this picnic, and she was beaming from ear to ear, and so was the boy. You know, he was just squealing, and you know, everything was so cute. So you know, wrote down that experience because it just had such a tremendous impact. And the reason I wrote it down at the time was when I wrote down in my son's baby book, you know, I had written that experience. Well, when I was doing these blogs, I remembered that particular experience because it had such a profound impact on my life that, you know, 10 years ago. And of course I've had many others that I'm actually writing about. But this particular idea got me thinking about 2 particular products, or just even ways to convey the message. Now, I could look at it this way. I could write this story for first-time moms. Of course, it could go, you know, to any mom, really, but first-time mothers, and talk about the delight and what that looks like, and bring in some scriptures and take them on this journey. And by the end of the book, I'd want them to, you know, just be so touched, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to experience this. I'm reading this. This is really good. You know, that's what I want them to walk away with. And then the second one would be a children's book, illustrated with words and pictures, but, you know, to a young child about the beautiful delight that their mother felt knowing that she was having them or going to have them, or, you know, something like that. and know that my target audience would be youngest reader. So, I have two product ideas, if you will, or if I was at a convention, if it was Mother's Day or whatever, at church, and I wanted to be able to write, to be able to write a little script and to be able to illustrate this, a mother's delight about having their child and the richness the child has brought and the love the child has brought to the mother. So, there are just so many different things that I could do with this. And that's why it's important. It's absolutely important that you guys keep a personal journal and your thoughts and feelings, your reflections, what was happening, what was going on in that moment. Because when you go back to write, or even when you go into acting, you can go into those personal journals and be able to see, oh yeah, I reacted this way. Or an experience happened to someone else and they reacted this way. Good, bad, indifferent. Doesn't matter. Maybe this particular idea was, or even this illustration might be so insignificant to you as the audience, but it has a plausible idea to turn into something beautiful. So I just want to encourage you guys to keep a personal journal. And everywhere you are, whether you're in the mall, whether you're out of town, whether you're out of the country, whether you're at the beach, whether you're in your neighborhood, your living room, whatever you're doing, and you see something. Now, I'm really big. I have an iPhone, so I'm always videotaping things. So right now, that's my big thing. I'm always videotaping everything, everywhere I go. But those are my ways of keeping up with what's going on, even digital pictures. Thank God for phones with digital pictures, hey? So that's kind of my new personal journal. But then a lot of times I'll go back and I'll real write, about those kind of things and what happened. So anyway, so I hope this helps you guys. And if you have any questions, thoughts, concerns, comments, please leave it below. You can send it to me personally, Kim@heisreal.com, or go to our blog, heisreal.com. And I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.